Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for another video, and this time about the cycle, a game we haven't talked about for quite a while now, but hopefully something we are going to be featuring a lot more on the channel moving forward. So on March the 16th, so either tomorrow or today, depending on when I publish this video, the second closed beta of the cycle will start, and it will run for at least a couple of weeks until April the 4th. You should be excited about this and you should try to get in, and if you stick around to watch this video long enough, I hope you will understand why. If you followed my channels, especially my original Twitch channel, that maybe I should actually revive one day, but since the beginning of that, you know that the cycle has been a game that we have been playing for quite a while back when the game looked very different. Since then, a lot has happened. Many who have loved the cycle since its original release know that the game, or at least the first design direction, suffered a little bit from what I would call an identity crisis. Something that Jaeger, the developers on the game, has resolved brilliantly by doing a 180 and taking a completely different, better adapted and appealing direction with the game. The cycle has turned into this much more hardcore PvPvE first-person shooter over the past year, more strategic, more tactical, more team-oriented, slower pace, and with a much stronger and detailed metagame than before. The couple of previous beta tests had already convinced me that the cycle has a strong potential to establish itself as a great, if not the greatest, titles in the hardcore looter-shooter FPS as a free-to-play game. The previous closed beta I participated in left very good impressions, and although there were many things that could still be improved and optimized, as you would expect at this stage of the development anyway, the general feeling of the game, the gameplay experience and the team play were a lot of fun. So the cycle is this free-to-play game that has gone through complete revamps and quite a few iterations, and this is a sign of a team that has not abandoned the idea of creating the ideal gameplay experience, which is ultimately extremely rare for a free-to-play game, which is why you should be excited about this second closed beta and why you should support this game. First, we will be able to enjoy the new campaigns, one for each faction, which will guide new players through the basics of the game while giving them insights on the background story of the game. The cycle is a game with a very rich visual identity and many things with very interesting references. Those new campaigns will guide players to their first contracts, an important aspect of the progression system. The first few hours of a free-to-play game are really important since they define the performance of what we call the FTUE, the first time user experience. Something that must be optimized properly in order to ensure proper retention of new players coming from marketing campaigns. The better a new player performs over time, the cheaper it becomes to get new players, and the easier it gets to support the game. Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but you get the point. We will also enjoy the return of the infamous Kolev laser drill, one of the many weird and impressive places that we had since the very first version of the game. The announcement mentions that we would be able to actually call the drill as part of a contract, but you will most definitely need to defend it just as much as we needed in the previous version of the game. So I expect a lot of PvP to take place there, but if you manage to defend it properly, you will most definitely get a lot of good rewards. On top of this, we should expect more monster variations on Fortuna 3, which has also been improved with new paths and smoother surfaces to make it easier for prospectors to move around and climb stuff without getting stuck. More importantly, the changes that have been done to Fortuna 3 were also a matter of balancing the contracts and making the experience of completing them as well as finding interesting loot a lot better. This is most definitely a welcome improvement since contracts are a very important aspect of the game and one of the best ways to progress quickly while gaining good rewards. To conclude, this new closed beta of the cycle most definitely sounds exciting, and I cannot wait to see all the new improvements the team have been making to the game. If you haven't yet, make sure to visit the Epic or the Steam stores to request your access to the closed beta. You will also find the links in the description of this video. The closed beta runs from March the 16th and run until April the 4th, so well over 2 weeks for everyone to discover and enjoy all the changes and share constructive feedback with the developers over on their official Discord channel. And if you are as excited as I am about the Cycle's second closed beta, please consider leaving a like and to subscribe to support the channel and never miss any of my future content about the Cycle. Thanks again for watching, enjoy the Cycle closed beta, and I will see you in the next video.